Long ago, something terrible happened at Stonehenge. The old stories say a group of people came to the stones at night, trying to talk to spirits. But something went wrong. A dark shadow rose from the ground, and they were never seen again. The villagers whispered that the stones swallowed them, keeping their screams inside forever. Years later, a man named Tom who loved old mysteries came to Stonehenge. It was a cold night, the moon glowing pale in the dark sky. Tom had heard the scary stories, but he wanted to find the truth. He carried a small notebook and a flashlight, his hands shaking a little as he stepped into the circle of giant stones. The stones stood tall like silent guards watching him. Tom felt the air turn icy, as if something didn't want him there. He remembered the stories, how the stones were thousands of years old, built for a reason no one could agree on. Some said they were for magic. Others thought they tracked the sun, but the darkest tales said they were a door to a scary place. Tom walked to the biggest stone in the middle. He shone his flashlight on it and saw strange marks like claw scratches deep in the rock. His heart beat faster. "What made these?" he whispered to himself. The marks looked fresh, not old, and they glowed faintly under his light. Then he heard it. A low hum like a creepy song coming from the ground. The hum grew louder, making his chest shake. Tom's flashlight flickered and went out. He smacked it, but it stayed dark. The moonlight made the stones look alive, their shadows stretching toward him like fingers. He took a step back, but his foot hit something hard. He looked down and saw a small old ring half buried in the dirt. It was black and shiny, with tiny carvings that looked like the claw marks on the stone. Tom picked it up and the humming stopped. Everything went silent, too silent, like the world was waiting. Suddenly, the ground shook hard. A deep growl rumbled from below, so loud it hurt Tom's ears. The stones seemed to move closer, as if they were waking up. Tom's heart raced. He stuffed the ring in his pocket and turned to run. But as he ran, he heard heavy footsteps behind him, slow thumping steps, like something big was following. The air grew colder and Tom felt eyes on his back, watching him. He didn't dare look. He just kept running, tripping over rocks, until he reached the edge of the field. He hid behind a tree, breathing hard, and peeked at the stones. They stood still again, quiet under the moon. But the air felt heavy, like something was still there, waiting. Tom touched the ring in his pocket. It felt warm now, almost burning, and he thought he heard a faint whisper, a voice saying, "You can't leave." Tom ran all the way to his car and drove away, his hands shaking on the wheel. The next day, he tried to tell people about the ring and the marks, but no one believed him. They said he was imagining things. But Tom knew what he saw, and he knew the ring was a clue to what happened long ago. He never went back to Stonehenge. But sometimes at night, he hears that low hum in his dreams. And when he looks out his window, he swears he sees a tall, thin shadow standing in the distance, watching him. Stonehenge still hides its secrets, and whatever woke up that night is still waiting for someone new to come too close.